Guys, this is Joe with the Idaho Auction Barn again. Got a 1983 Chrysler New Yorker. The engine, tranny, all that seems to be pretty good condition, but it's been sitting out in the sun, unfortunately, for a few years. So we're going to go ahead and fire it up and see how it runs. I haven't started it for a couple of weeks. That's the first time I fired it up here in the last couple of weeks. So let's see how she does. You know, these older cars, you like to let them warm up just a little bit. So there, it's warmed up. Seems to be idling pretty good. Let's see how it does down the road. Oops. A little bit of a hiccup. This car has been sitting for a long time, so it's going to have a little bit of carbon that needs to get burnt out. It's gonna be a little bit rough, guys. The seats are well sun damaged. You can probably see it in the 360 video we're using here. Yeah, it just needs a little bit of coaxing. Let's see how she goes. Some of that might even be a little bit of, so it's not wanting to really get up and go right now. When I picked it up, it fired up pretty good. We'd warmed it up a little bit. It had fired up good. We drove it up on the trailer and I brought it back in. Speedometer cable has got some issues. So I just want to kind of let it get warmed up a little bit and see how it does. Stalled again. It's not quite, feels like it's not quite hitting on all the cylinders just yet. Like I said, it has been sitting for a long time. This is probably only, well, it's probably only driven this far in the last couple of years. The muffler, it is missing a muffler. That had kind of rusted off, and when we put it on the trailer, it came off the rest of the way. This could be a little bit of stale gas, perhaps. I don't know, because the family said that he had really, you know, it was been a good car for him for many, many years. He had owned this car, just got to sitting. So it just won't quite burn out all those cylinders. Let's give it another block around, another turn around the block to see what she does. Go on one of the back roads because it doesn't really feel like there's something wrong with it. It just feels like a car that's been sitting a long time and maybe needs a little bit of a tune-up, and maybe some things are plugged a little bit. So it's not wanting to really get up and go. It kind of cuts out a little bit. I don't have any smoke or anything coming out of the back end, as far as it doesn't look like it's burning oil or anything. Let's get up to speed. See if it'll. know as best as I can what I got going. Of course, they put a stop sign here, so. There you have it, guys. It's not quite, you know, I was hoping that after driving it for a few minutes, and I'll keep doing the video a little bit longer till I get back to the barn, just in case it kind of smooths out a little bit, warms up, and kind of burns a little bit of that carbon out of the system. But it came out of an estate. The gentleman that it belonged to, it was his little tool-around car that he had been driving, and he owned it for many, many years, from what I understand. And in the last few years, he got to where he couldn't drive. So he put it, you know, that's starting to feel better already. He put it into in the garage, not in the garage, but just in his driveway. It had just been sitting, and so it did deteriorate the interior quite a bit. And you'll see by the pictures and whatnot, it's a little rough. So this would be something that I don't know if it happens to be classic. You guys want to restore? Oh, there we go. There we go. Something just kind of started working. Like I said, it feels more like it needs a good tune-up than, yeah, I just kicked in and started going. So that's what I was expecting it to do. I mean, I'm boogieing along real good right now. So I'm going to go down to the other end of the lane here, keep it up to speed. That's driving real nice right now. Like I said, it's a little longer video than I usually do, but we're going to go ahead and anybody that's interested in it, you know, you'll want to do the same thing, so you might as well just take a virtual ride along with me. Again, the speedometer cable, I can hear it loose in there. It's not working quite right. Oh yeah, see, I'm idling really nice right now. It's a little bit hesitant still.